Oh, here it goes again, Steeler Nation. We have a mock draft via Mel Kiper Jr. I believe this is mock draft 2.0 because I did the mock draft. I think it was on the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate while I was working for them at the time about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was quite successful, so go and check out that too on Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate if you want to. But this is mock draft 2.0 for Mel Kiper Jr. And let's find out what he thinks about our Steelers. Now, I have had a sneak peek already. I've had a sneak peek, and I don't think too much has changed. So if you remember what Mel Kiper Jr. was projecting the Steelers to pick at 17, it's pretty much the same. However, we will run down the 17 picks before that and look at a few other names that we might know or you guys might know. But he thinks that the Houston Texans are taking Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama, and that's going to be a trade from Chicago Bears, right? That could happen. We move down the list. CJ Stroud at number 2 for the Colts. Cardinals, Will Anderson, the outside linebacker. Jalen Carter. I've been learning more about him. My mate Matty Pepper has been telling me about Jalen Carter, that he's a really good defensive tackle. So that's going the Bears. Now we have 5th is Will Levis, quarterback, Carolina Panthers. They're in a bit of trouble, man. The Panthers have no quarterback. Lions going Christian Gonzalez. It's another Steeler name that has been around the works. Will the Steelers go and get a corner? Christian Gonzalez, cornerback there. Devon Witherspoon, another corner, 2 top corners right there, back-to-back. William McDonald, defensive end. Anthony Richardson, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. For a moment, they had Wilson, but they've got Geno Smith. That's funny. Peter Skronsky, offensive tackle for Philadelphia, right? Paris Johnson, offensive tackle. And will the Steelers go offensive tackle? We don't know. This to me, it's offensive tackle, it's cornerback, middle linebacker, and outside linebacker, and possibly defensive tackle too. Right? There's quite a few needs, I think, in this draft. Wilson, defensive end. The Jets, Jets go Harrison, offensive tackle, getting close to us. Receiver Jackson Smith, Najigba. That's how you pronounce his name. I think receiver. Man, the Patriots, I don't know about them. They're a crazy team too. Michael Mayer, tight end, Green Bay Packers. Will Rodgers go back? Is Rodgers back from his 4 days darkness retreat? And we're coming down to us. Down our right is offensive tackle. Now, who will the Steelers get according to Mel Kiper Jr.? It is Joey Porter Jr. So nothing's really changed, right? Nothing's changed. I believe it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since Mel Kiper Jr. did his first mock draft. And what are we? A month now? Or maybe, man, we're still 2 months away. We're still about 2 months away. So it says here, the Pittsburgh Steelers are taking Joey Porter Jr., quarterback, Penn State. Of course, that's Peasy's son. He says, I'm sticking with his pairing from January with Porter projected to the team that drafted his father in the 3rd round in 1999. Even if free agent Cameron Sutton returns, the Steelers could use a corner with 6'2". Porter next on my board. He didn't allow a single touchdown in coverage last season, and quarterbacks averaged just 3.7 yards per attempt when he was the nearest defender in coverage. While I would like to have seen him come down with more interceptions, he had one in 30 college starts. He broke up 11 passes last season, so ball skills are there. Pittsburgh, another team likely will be hoping that the offensive tackles fall. So who knows what's going to happen, Steeler Nation? I don't know. But that is according to Mel Kiper Jr. He thinks that it's going to be Joey Porter Jr. Right? Joey Porter Jr. at 17, that you can see on my screen. Now, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Look, we are in the mode now as a scouting combine. If I get a chance, I will do some live streaming over the next few days. Looking at some players, looking at it. I'm not going to cover everything. There's about 50 hours of live streaming, coverage for the scouting combine. But I might do a podcast or two or a live stream or two and look at some players. But it's just guys running around doing 40 times, doing the drills. It's nothing too crazy or too exciting. I think the NFL tries to make it like a big spectacle, bigger than what it is. It's guys doing long jumps. It's guys doing weights. It's not that. It's cool, but it's kind of like the draft, the way I say the draft too. And I've been saying this for years. The draft is exciting, but then kind of boring in the same way. You've got 3 days of drafting, and the anticipation is there, waiting for 17. You get it, and then you got to wait again, right? But I might be doing that over the next few days. But yeah, Mel Kiper thinks we're getting at 17. Joey Porter Jr., and that's the exact same pick that he thought last time. So now, do I agree with that? And do you guys agree with that? For me, I'm okay with it if they get a corner. If the Steelers think he's the right guy, I'm okay with it. I trust what the Steelers have done the last few years, getting Najee Harris, Frymouth, Kenny Pickett, right, George Pickens. I think you know their draft record the last few years has been pretty high, pretty top tier, right? Even last year with Connor Haywood, DeMarvin Leal, Mark Robinson late, Chris Oladukin maybe not, but George Pickens, Calvin Austin, hopefully this year can light it up. But if they go and get a corner at Joey Porter, Peasy Jr., and he fits the system and he can help the cornerback room and help the secondary, then yeah, sure, I agree with it. I think that can possibly be a good thing for the Steelers. Now, the other needs are, of course, offensive tackle, or the offensive line, middle linebacker, outside linebacker. What else you have? Defensive tackle, defensive line, stuff like that. So it all depends where things fall. These mock drafts are mocked for a reason, and I haven't done my own mock draft yet. I did my mock draft with Maddie the other day on Steelers Touchdown Under on our podcast on that channel. If you want to check that out, type in Steelers Touchdown Under. We're doing a podcast over there 3 times a week, pretty much. So yeah, if cornerback Peasy fell that far, I'm okay with it, right? But we got a lot of speculation until then, and it'd be cool to see because we know we have now Hines Ward with the San Antonio Brahmas, and we have Joey Porter as the defensive linebackers coach. So it'd be kind of cool to see, like father, like son, playing for the same organization. That would be pretty cool to see. And if he's a good player, got a bit of moxie about him, bit of confidence, bit of anger, that would be good to see. Him go out there and get picks and start to turn this team back around to Pittsburgh, right?